Please be seated. Good afternoon. Welcome to Edinboro University's 2019 Academic Honors Convocation. I'm Jim Fisher, Interim Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. Thank you for joining us. We have come together this afternoon for our most prestigious ceremony as a university outside of commencement itself to honor, as an academic community, the excellence demonstrated by our students and faculty. To start our celebration, I'm pleased to introduce Dr. Michael Hannon, Interim President of Edinboro University. Dr. Hannon.
Hello, everyone. You know, it's an important event when I wear my big necklace. But welcome to all the students and parents, friends, and supporters. Congratulations to our honors graduates, the scholars in the Edinboro University Honors Program, our academic department award recipients, our academic honor society members, our graduating ROTC cadets, and the outstanding scholar athletes. Special congratulations and thanks to the distinguished faculty members who are joining us today, and also those who we are going to honor later in the program as the faculty member, scholar, and advisor of the year. Welcome also to our faculty speaker, Dr. Robert Haas, who was the Scholar of the Year in 2018. It's a pleasure to join other members of the Edinboro community today in recognizing the accomplishments of the students and faculty members who embody our commitment to excellence and individual achievement. Through talent and hard work, our honorees have all truly excelled. By providing opportunities for intellectual and personal growth as outstanding faculty members, and by taking full advantage of those opportunities as exceptional students, they have set a high standard for the entire university to aspire to and to embrace. I'd like to extend a special congratulations to the family and friends who have supported our high-achieving students and our talented faculty member. With your help, they have triumphed through the rigors of academic life to earn these very well-received accolades. Though they may not tell you, they know they could have not gotten this far without your support. This Academic Honors Convocation is an important event for Edinboro University and a great moment in the lives of each of our individuals being honored today. All of you students have made us incredibly proud and is what drives us every day to be here and do our best for you. Congratulations.
I would like to introduce the academic leaders who have joined me here on stage and ask that they stand and remain standing until the introductions are completed. Please hold your applause until all are standing. Dr. Scott Miller, Dean of the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences and Dean of the School of Business. Dr. Aaron Lake, Interim Dean of the School of Education and Executive Director of the School of Graduate Studies. Dr. Roy Shin, Associate Dean of the College of Science and Health Professions. Dr. Roger Solberg, Director of the Edinboro University Honors Program. Dr. Catherine Robbins, Director of Athletics. Dr. Robert Haas, Professor, Department of English and Philosophy. Dr. Naud Kabedi, Professor, Department of Chemistry. Dr. Mary Panacea Carden, Professor and Chairperson, Department of English and Philosophy. And Professor Diane Crandall, Department of Art. Thank you. You may be seated. I would also like to introduce other members of the university's leadership team who are here this afternoon and ask them to stand. Please hold your applause until they are all standing. They are Dr. Bill Edmonds, Vice President for Enrollment Management. Ms. Marilyn Gellner, Vice President for Advancement. Dr. Philomena Gill, Assistant Vice President for Academic and Student Services. Ms. Angela Burrows, Assistant Vice President for Marketing and Communications. Dr. Jim Wirtz, Associate Dean of the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences, and Major Robert Parker, Assistant Professor of Military Science. Thank you. You may be seated. Our keynote speaker today is Dr. Robert Haas, Dr. Haas, will you please rise? Dr. Haas was named the 2018 Edinboro University Scholar of the Year and was recognized for his achievements at this ceremony last April. Dr. Haas joined Edinboro University in 2001 and is a member of the Department of English and Philosophy. He earned his PhD in English Literature and a Master of Fine Arts in Poetry from Pennsylvania State University. He was awarded a Master of Arts in English from the University of Florida and a Bachelor of Arts in English with concentrations in biology and philosophy from Pennsylvania State University. Dr. Haas is a respected national and international authority on the work of the American poet Robert Frost. Along with colleagues, he published The Letters of Robert Frost, Volume 2, 1920 to 1928, with the Harvard University Press in 2016. In 2002, he published the critically acclaimed book Going by Contraries, Robert Frost's Conflict with Science, with the University of Virginia Press. Going by Contraries was selected by choice as an outstanding academic title in 2004. Dr. Haas serves on the editorial board of 20th Century Literature and the Robert Frost Review. He served 2 terms as president of the Robert Frost Society and several terms as board member of the Friends of Robert Frost. Dr. Haas was awarded a fellowship to the prestigious Breadloaf Writers Conference. He was inducted into the Phi Kappa Phi National Academic Honor Society and received the Leonard Steinberg Poetry Prize from the Academy of American Poets. Dr. Haas has presented several national and regional colloquia on 19th and 20th century American poets and other topics, and he was also named Edinboro's Educator of the Year in 2008. Please welcome Dr. Robert Haas.
Thank you. Good afternoon and congratulations to the proud parents and graduating students of the class of 2019. I am grateful to President Hannon, Provost Fisher, my distinguished deans and colleagues, and especially to all of you sitting here before me for giving me the opportunity to speak at this important milestone in your lives. I'm happy to be here today because I feel a particular kinship with your generation. I feel I know you better than previous graduating classes because my own son has come of age in your time and will, like you, be graduating in a few weeks. And like my son, who is preparing himself to step off into his public life, many of you at this moment are unsure and fearful about your future. Given your historical moment, such trepidation and uncertainty are understandable. The world my generation has bequeathed you is neither kind nor certain, and although Robert Frost once opined that all ages of the world are equally bad, he was wrong. Your formative years have been particularly bad and filled with daunting challenges. You cut your teeth on 9/11. You and your parents endured the greatest economic downturn since the Great Depression. Your high school friends are still dying on foreign soil, fighting wars that began long before you were aware of them. My generation has saddled you with crushing student loan debt. In your 21 years on the earth, you have witnessed 10 of the highest yearly average temperatures ever recorded. To escape ubiquitous despair, so many of our young men in every corner of the nation are killing themselves and others in mass shootings that have become so common. Many of us, benumbed by such events, now simply regard their reality as an unfortunate and inescapable condition of postmodern life. I don't mean to sound alarmist, and I'm certainly not telling you anything you don't already know. But the fact of the matter is that you have forged your collective generational identity in the fires of tragedy, and that your generation, like no other, will be tested by the necessity of repairing the world you have inherited. Such necessity will require each of you to exercise leadership. But what does it mean to lead, and by what means can we lead effectively? Though nobody can define precisely the qualities of great leaders, I believe the humanities offers us some guidelines on how to lead effectively. And today, I thought I would take a few brief moments to share with you what my lifelong study of the humanities has taught me about leadership. Aristotle argues that a human being without a city is either a beast or a god. With this phrase, Aristotle teaches us that only within the context of our relationship with others can we fulfill our potential and become the best versions of ourselves. Along with Plato, Aristotle also argues that to be a great leader, one must combine in equal measure authority and wisdom. I think you have a fairly good idea of what constitutes authority. Authority is a claim of legitimacy, the right, either earned or designated, to exert power over others. Though you may not yet know it, each of you who has worked so hard over the last 4 years is well on the way toward establishing such legitimacy. Your accumulated knowledge and the degrees you have earned confer upon you great authority to speak, to act, to judge, and to make decisions. Your authority generates credibility and a clear reason for people to trust your decisions. But will your decisions be wise, and will they continue to engender trust? The more difficult part of the leadership equation has always been wisdom. What does it mean to be wise? And how can one deploy wisdom for the sake of the greater good? Though the great writers of the past have often disagreed about the kind of wisdom that best generates happiness, 3 principles have withstood the test of time and continue to cultivate the shared attributes of all great leaders. The first of these principles is compassion. The word compassion derives from the Latin compatio, which literally means to suffer with. It seems an odd origin for a word that denotes kindness and generosity. But if you stop to think clearly about the word, you begin to realize that only a keen understanding of shared human suffering provides us with the essential wisdom to be compassionate. The meaning of compassion is no more evident in Western literature than in Shakespeare's King Lear. In Shakespeare's greatest play, the aged and tired King Lear unwisely divides his kingdom among his 3 daughters, 2 of whom are evil. The other one, the virtuous daughter, Lear has unjustly banished for her refusal to profess her love to him adequately. Though Lear has relinquished all of his land and his authority, he foolishly believes he still has the power to command his daughters. His evil daughters, however, remind him otherwise, and through a series of unfortunate events, they strip Lear of his knights and banish him to a moor in the midst of a raging storm, with only his fool and loyal liege to accompany him. As Lear looks to the heavens and curses the gods who have consigned him to his fate, he suddenly encounters the character Edgar, now disguised as poor Tom, a bedraggled man who wanders through the moor as a beggar so he can escape the wrath of his own father, who has mistakenly accused him of attempted patricide. Naked and shivering, poor Tom repeats his famous refrain. Poor Tom's a cold, poor Tom's a cold, poor Tom is cold. Standing before the naked and shivering beggar, Lear, in his anger and addled confusion, comes to the greatest insight of the play. Poor naked wretches, wheresoe'er you are, that bide the pelting of this pitiless storm, how shall your houseless heads and unfed sides, your looped and windowed raggedness, defend you from seasons such as these? Thou art the thing itself. Unaccommodated man is no more but such a poor, bare, forked animal as thou art. Lear then says, I have paid too little attention to this. And in a moment of high drama, he strips off all of his kingly robes and hands them to poor Tom so he can warm himself. Metaphorically, the king and the beggar exchange positions. Poor Tom ascends in fortune in the robes of a king, and Lear, now naked and shivering, humbles himself before his subject. In this act of exalted compassion, Lear initiates himself into the world of human suffering, and for the first time in his life, he qualifies himself to be a king. The great irony of the scene, of course, is that by the time Lear has acquired his wisdom, it is too late. He has squandered his authority, and as a consequence, his kingdom devolves into chaos and war until by the end of the play, nothing of his civilization is left. Shakespeare's warning is severe. Indeed, he suggests that we measure the true greatness of our leaders not by how they treat the wealthy and accommodated, but by how they treat the poor and the most downtrodden among us. The second great principle is sacrifice. The idea that if you are going to achieve anything of lasting merit, you will need to work hard and forsake individual desire in pursuit of the common good. The great Roman poet named this principle pietas. From this word, we derive our own word, piety, which means, in the Virgilian sense, a deference and respect for one's obligations to others. In establishing this ethical system, Virgil sought to overcome the ancient Greek ethos of supreme individualism, which too often, especially in the work of Homer, celebrates pride, greed, fame, and the exploitation of women as spoils of war. To understand pietas, you can turn to the most famous passage in Virgil's Aeneid. At the beginning of this great epic poem, Aeneas, the greatest Trojan warrior after Hector, confronts his epic choice. With Troy in flames and the Greeks mercilessly slaughtering its citizens, Aeneas surveys the city's hopelessness and, donning Greek armor, initially decides that if the city will be destroyed, he will at least go down in a blaze of glory, so his name and martial skills will forever be remembered. As Aeneas kills his Greek enemies with remarkable skill and precision, the goddess Venus descends from Olympus and challenges Aeneas, who is her son. "Where is your father, Ascanius?" she asks. "Where is your wife, Creusa? Have you forgotten your only son, Ascanius?" In that moment, with guidance from Venus, Aeneas suppresses his desire for personal fame and instead turns his efforts towards saving his family and the shattered remnants of his wounded tribe. In a moment of high spectacle, in a scene that has inspired countless Renaissance paintings, Aeneas lifts his elderly father to his back, grabs his son by the hand, and with his wife leads the other Trojans to safety. Unfortunately, as the Trojans flee their ruined city, the Greeks kill Creusa, plunging Aeneas into deep despair. Though he has saved his people from ignoble extinction, their salvation has come at a great personal cost to him. Virgil's poem is instructive because it seems to me we are now living in an age of unbridled narcissism, a moment when the trivial pursuits of fame, wealth, and power have consumed our energies, preventing us from solving our problems and from becoming the greatest version of ourselves. Too often, as Bobby Kennedy argued half a century ago, we honor swagger and bluster. Too often, we honor those who have built their lives and fortunes upon the shattered dreams of others. Virgil reminds us in the figure of Aeneas that the pursuit of individual glory at the expense of others' misfortunes disqualifies one from becoming a great leader. The best leader, in fact, is one who realizes that the greatest satisfaction one can achieve emerges in the context of duty and service to others. The third principle is introspection. To be introspective means to challenge your thinking, to look courageously inside the dark, packed warehouse of the knowledge you have stored, and to determine whether it's still fresh or molded beyond its shelf life. Emerson, that great iconoclast of the 19th century, taught us that a foolish consistency is the hobgoblin of little minds. I'm inclined to agree with him, not because what we have taught you isn't valid, but because what you have learned may one day become obsolete. Evidence that hobgoblins have persisted is everywhere. Hobgoblins inhabited the minds of those who insisted the earth was flat or that it occupied the center of our solar system, that disease was caused by an imbalance of the four humors, that the northern lights was little more than the reflection from the shields of the Valkyrie. It is easy to dismiss the hobgoblins of the past as nonsense, but it is far harder to recognize them when they inhabit our present. In our own time, hobgoblins persist in the minds of those who believe the Holocaust was a fiction, that global warming is caused by shifting sunspots, or that the Sandy Hook massacre was a conspiracy staged by leftists intent on gun control. The point I'm trying to make is that despite clear, overwhelming evidence to the contrary, our beliefs persist because we hold them to be self-evident. They are sources of comfort and stability, and we are often afraid to let them go. The late great novelist and essayist David Foster Wallace made this point clear in his own commencement address he delivered at Kenyon College in 2005. He opened his speech with a brief parable. There are these two young fish swimming along, he wrote, and they happen to meet an older fish swimming the other way, who nods at them and says, "Morning, boys, how's the water?" And the two young fish swim on for a bit, and then eventually one of them looks over at the other and goes, "What the hell is water?" The point of his parable is obvious. Too often we're so saturated in our intellectual frameworks, what contemporary psychologists call our confirmation bias, that we fail to see the most obvious truths before us or to consider the legitimacy of ideas of those whom we disagree with. Such blinding perspectives are the sources of all myth and superstition. But such blinding perspectives are also the sources of dangerous ideologies that demand, often at gunpoint, conformity and pure adherence among members. As David Foster Wallace reminds us, perhaps the best way to exercise leadership is to be skeptical of your own thinking and to be open to others' divergent ideas, many of which will be better and more truthful than your own. Such was the collaborative habit of Abraham Lincoln, our greatest American leader, who surrounded himself not with a team of sycophants who would do his bidding, but with a team of rivals who could refine his thought through the cleansing activities of civil disagreement and debate. It takes courage to challenge the default setting of your passions. By purging yourselves of your own hobgoblins is essential if you would confront an ever-changing and complex reality with the clear-eyed vision necessary to lead. Compassion, sacrifice, and introspection. These words sound like a pastiche of cliches. On this blustery, beautiful spring day, however, as we celebrate your special achievement, perhaps I have convinced you that we are all special and that these cliches are so embedded beyond their banal surfaces with ancient wisdom that we ignore them only at our peril. As you sit here poised on the precipice of an uncertain future, with little more than to your names than the awesome, pure potential you possess, I would like to assure you that if you keep sight of these principles, you need not be afraid. Your collective will, your determination, and your commitment to each other will enable you to overcome the most formidable challenges you encounter. Our time demands great leaders. I have absolute faith that each of you will rise to the occasion. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Haas. The students we recognize this afternoon have demonstrated a commitment to learning, scholarship, and personal excellence. The focus of our ceremony today is the presentation of awards, and representatives of the academic governance of the university will announce these awards. I will ask now that most of those on stage descend with me to the floor and take their seats in the front row so that we can proceed with this portion of the program. First, we will recognize our seniors who will graduate with honors at the undergraduate commencement in May. They will wear the honor stoles they received this afternoon. Dr. Scott Miller, Dean of the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences and Dean of the School of Business, will introduce the awards for summa cum laude.
The highest academic recognition that a student can earn at Edinboro University is summa cum laude designation. To be eligible for this award, which is a gold stole, students must earn a 3.80 GPA or higher out of 4.0. At this time, we are proud to present the 2019 Summa Cum Laude Honor Award recipients. I would like to ask those students to bring their cards and circle around the back of the auditorium to form a line along the edge of the room, coming up here to the podium. Please come forward. Rebecca Vassell, summa cum laude. Jacinta Perino, summa cum laude. Casey Gobb, summa cum laude. Emily Bieber, summa cum laude. Ashley Troutman, summa cum laude. Brandon Montgomery, summa cum laude. Samantha Watson, summa cum laude. Kyle Henry, summa cum laude. Angus Beers, summa cum laude. Casey Rhodes, summa cum laude. Matthew Humes, summa cum laude. Luke Kiefer, summa cum laude. Angela Myers, summa cum laude. Jonathan Frawley, summa cum laude. Derek Goodnow, summa cum laude. Devin Moses, summa cum laude. Victoria Schalk, summa cum laude. Bridget Schaefer, summa cum laude. Madison Morrow, summa cum laude. Amanda Anstedt, summa cum laude. Caitlin Ecke, summa cum laude. Cassandra DeMarco, summa cum laude. Tessa Cheney, summa cum laude. Alexis Zaleski, summa cum laude. Kirsten Findley, summa cum laude. Taylor Allison, summa cum laude. Julia Schmidt, summa cum laude. Julie River, summa cum laude. Ashley Moore, summa cum laude. Callie Byerly, summa cum laude. Mackenzie Wheatman, summa cum laude. Kristen Austin, summa cum laude. Courtney Weber, summa cum laude. Shannon Delansky, summa cum laude. Brooke Mucha, summa cum laude. Colleen Michaels, summa cum laude. Julie Bernadowitz, summa cum laude. And Nicholas Caruso, summa cum laude. Dr. Aaron Lake, Interim Dean of the School of Education and Executive Director of the School of Graduate Studies, will introduce the awards for magna cum laude.
To earn the magna cum laude recognition, students must achieve between 3.6 and 3.79 for their grade point average. This award is a white stole. Will the recipients for the magna cum laude award please come forward with your cards? Mary Lindeman, magna cum laude. Hannah McDonald, magna cum laude. Oops, give a second. Morgan Gore, magna cum laude. Ashley Marino, magna cum laude. Catherine Filitsky, magna cum laude. Mary Mahokey, magna cum laude. Anna Majewski, okay, magna cum laude. Meredith Bundy, magna cum laude. Emma Kreidler, magna cum laude. Haley Brown, magna cum laude. Kimberly Mosher, magna cum laude. Taylor Shade, magna cum laude. Jody Esty, magna cum laude. Joey Esty. Anna Stranisha, magna cum laude. Ashley Petrus, magna cum laude. Joshua Carpino, magna cum laude. Renee Marshall, magna cum laude. Hannah Proper, magna cum laude. Maria Pugliese, magna cum laude. Alyssa Wygant, magna cum laude. Stephanie Dotz, magna cum laude. Ashley Coyle, magna cum laude. Samantha Troutner, magna cum laude. Lewis Callahan, magna cum laude. Christopher Rosado Jr., magna cum laude. Miranda Croft, magna cum laude. Sahara Blair, magna cum laude. Olivia Klenowski, magna cum laude. Victoria Glover, magna cum laude. Jessica Swanson, magna cum laude. Benjamin Busco, magna cum laude. Kirsten Platts, magna cum laude. Megan Chaffrey, magna cum laude. Erica Krasniski, magna cum laude. Jenna Wright, magna cum laude. Natalie Van Lanningham, magna cum laude. Lauren Skidmore, magna cum laude. Elena Tran, magna cum laude. Cassandra Whitmire, magna cum laude. Caitlin Wismer, magna cum laude. Dr. Roy Shin, Associate Dean of the College of Science and Health Professions, will introduce the awards for cum laude.
The Cum Laude Award, a red stole, is presented to those students who achieve between a 3.4 and a 3.59 grade point average. Will the recipients of the Cum Laude Award please come forward with your cards? Meredith Crago. Anna George. Lauren Schroeder. Tiffany Sherlitz. Monica Johnson. Amanda Knoinchik. Lindsay Golenberkey. James Kolakowski. Angela McKinney. Sarah Wheaton. Abigail Dwyer. Shonice Mercado. Gabrielle Knappenberger. Michaela Brennan. Shriti Thapa. Adam Kohler. Nicole Weirchak. Elizabeth Meyer. Jacob Sauter. Sadie Brown. Amber Petrus. Adeline Kramer. Rachel Tiarani. Marie Chantal Zoblou. Darian Schweitzer. Cassandra Nagel. Angelica Batelli. Jackie Savage. Megan Gotham. Shania Sharp. Kaylee Abramoski. Amy Brown. Sean Murphy. Patrick Ball.
Julia Pless. Taylor Wolf. Alexis Whitfield. Lindsay Millett. Aaron Kipp. Brittany Curry. Connor Tingley. Samantha Seaburn. Cassidy McFadden. Robin Marshall. Joali Palachak. Brianna Pale. Thomas Dillon. The Associate Degree with Distinction Award, a PIN, is presented to associate degree students who achieve a 3.4 grade point average or higher. Will the recipients of this award please come forward with your cards? Julie Shirley. Matthew Fowler. Elizabeth Mendez. Amanda Knoychik. Taylor Allison. The awards for our honors diploma candidates who are completing the requirements of the Edinboro University Honors Program will be presented by Dr. Roger Solberg, Director of the Edinboro University Honors Program.
We recognize with gold honor cords seniors who have distinguished themselves by completing the special requirements for a university honors diploma, in addition to their normal university requirements. These students will wear the cords with their robes at commencement. Will the 2019 honors diploma candidates please come forward with your cards? Andrew Lehman. Yelena Vujanovich. Sierra McCartney. Julia Pless. Michaela Brennan. Meredith Craigo. Lauren Schroeder. Joelle Paluchek. Megan Chaffrey. Tiffany Sherlitz. Sean Murphy. Monica Johnson. Erica Kresneski. Joey Asti. Mary Lindeman. Kimberly Mosher. Taylor Shade. Miranda Groft. Anna Stranisha. Tessa Cheney. Cassandra Whitmire. Julie Bernadowitz. Colleen Michaels. Hannah McDonald. Elena Tran. Anna Majeski. Luke Kiefer.
Each of our undergraduate academic departments may name an outstanding graduate for special honor recognition. The Outstanding Departmental Graduate Award is a red honor cord, which will be worn at commencement. The academic deans will now present the Outstanding Graduate Awards from the respective colleges and schools, beginning with the College of Science and Health Professions.
Will the outstanding departmental graduates in the College of Science and Health Professions please come forward with your cards? Outstanding graduate, Department of Physics and Technology, Patrick Ball. Outstanding departmental graduate from the Department of Psychology, Kimberly Mosher. Outstanding departmental graduate from the Department of Social Work, Colleen Michaels.
Outstanding departmental graduate from the Department of Communication Sciences and Disorders, Julie River. Outstanding departmental graduate from the Department of Chemistry, Ashley Moore. Outstanding departmental graduate from the Department of Geosciences, Angus Beers. Outstanding departmental graduate from the Department of Nursing, Courtney Weber. And the outstanding departmental graduate from the Department of Chemistry in the Associate of Science program, Matthew Fowler. And outstanding departmental graduate in the Department of Sociology in the Associate of Arts program, Elizabeth Mendez.
Will the outstanding departmental graduates in the School of Education please come forward with your cards? Taylor Allison, Associate of Science, outstanding departmental graduate, Department of Early Childhood and Reading. Lindsay Millett, Bachelor of Science, outstanding departmental graduate, Department of Early Childhood and Reading. Juliet Bernatowicz, outstanding departmental graduate, Department of Counseling, School Psychology, and Special Education. Bridget Schaefer, outstanding departmental graduate, Department of Health and Physical Education. Matthew Humes, outstanding departmental graduate, Department of Middle and Secondary Education and Educational Leadership.
Will the outstanding departmental graduates in the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences please come forward with your cards? Julie Shirley, outstanding departmental graduate, Department of Criminal Justice, Anthropology, and Forensic Studies. Ashley Troutman, outstanding departmental graduate, Department of Communication, Journalism, and Media. Mary Lindeman, outstanding departmental graduate, Department of English and Philosophy. Olivia Kanowski, outstanding departmental graduate, Department of Music and Theater. Caitlin Ecke, outstanding departmental graduate, Department of Criminal Justice, Anthropology, and Forensic Studies. Amanda Anstedt, outstanding departmental graduate, Department of Art. Will the outstanding departmental graduate in the School of Business please come forward with your card? Casey Rhodes, outstanding departmental graduate, Department of Business and Economics. Still me. We recognize today our students who are candidates for commissioning in the United States Army. Will you please come forward with your cards? Alex Keller. Garrett Locke. Kyle Swain. Zachary Widener.
Edinboro University hosts campus chapters of a wide variety of academic honor societies. These include National College Honor Societies as well as those associated with specific academic disciplines. The names of the members of each society are listed in your program. I would like to ask all the students here who are members of an honor society to stand now as a group so that we may recognize and congratulate you. Please rise. Thank you. Please be seated. We're very proud of the students who have met the qualifications for membership in our academic honor societies, and they represent achievement at the highest levels. Dr. Catherine Robbins, Director of Athletics, will present the Scholar Athlete of the Year Awards.
The Scholar Athlete of the Year Awards are presented annually to one male and one female student athlete who have achieved the highest cumulative grade point average with 100 or more credits earned. I would ask that Bridget Schaefer please come forward. You need to stand here while I brag on you for a minute, okay? Bridget is from Beaver Falls, PA, and a member of the women's basketball team. After joining the team in 2017, she helped the Fighting Scots to back-to-back 20-win seasons. The team finished with a 27-4 record. Were named the PSAC champions and qualified for the NCAA tournament. This year, Edinboro's women's basketball team finished 20-9, and again went to the NCAA Division II tournament. Bridget played in all 28 games this season, starting 24 times. She averaged 7.8 points per game and ranked second on the team in rebounds. Bridget maintains a 3.93 GPA and is pursuing a baccalaureate degree in health and physical education. Congratulations, Bridget.
Thank you.
The Male Scholar Athlete of the Year Award is presented to Thomas McCoy. Thomas was unable to join us tonight because he is currently competing at Bloomsburg. Thomas is from Miami, Florida, and is in his fourth year as a member of the men's tennis team, which has won one PSAC title, reached the PSAC title match twice, and qualified for the NCAA Division II tournament twice during his stay. He's a three-time ITA Scholar Athlete and has helped Edinboro to a 10-4 record this year, going 4-1 himself in singles play and 2-1 in doubles action. Thomas has a 28-23 career record in singles and a 16-10 record in doubles. Thomas maintains a 3.88 GPA and is pursuing a baccalaureate degree in biology with a pre-medical concentration. Congratulations to our scholar athletes.
I'd now like to ask Miranda Groft to please come forward. You have to face the crowd now. Edinboro University's finalist for the 2019 Syed R. Alizadi Award for Academic Excellence is Miranda Groft. Dr. Alizadi is a charter member of the Board of Governors of Pennsylvania's State System of Higher Education, and he established this award to honor system students who excel in the pursuit of knowledge. Miranda is pursuing a baccalaureate degree in psychology with a custom focus in neuroscience and a minor in biology. Currently holding a 3.72 GPA, Miranda has been named to the Dean's List every semester of her enrollment at the university, and was the 2018 recipient of the John Schell Award for Outstanding Junior in Psychology. Under the supervision of Dr. Peter McLaughlin, Miranda has prepared, conducted, and analyzed research on human and animal subjects. She has presented posters at the annual meetings of the Society of Neuroscience in 2017 and 2018, and at the 46th Annual Western Pennsylvania Undergraduate Psychology Conference in 2017. Miranda also co-authored a preprint that is currently under review and is completing a manuscript for peer review. In addition to her outstanding scholarly work, Miranda is an active member of the Edinboro University Honors Program and the Psi Chi International Honor Society. She is also an Edinboro Highland Ambassador, serving as its treasurer and is a member of the Psychology Club. Miranda works as a resident assistant, mentoring new and current students. She has participated in campus committee work, open houses for the university, and fundraisers for organizations in which she is involved. Miranda's impressive accomplishments were also featured in the 2018-19 Edinboro University magazine, The Borough, and among these many reasons is why Amanda was nominated to represent Edinboro University for this statewide award. In short, Amanda is amazing. Congratulations. At this time, I will now ask the dais party to return to the stage for our final awards.
Each year, the university community submits nominations for 3 Edinboro University faculty members to be recognized for particular excellence in teaching, scholarship, and advising. The first of these special awards is Faculty Member of the Year. Dr. Naud Kebede, will you please come forward? Dr. Kebede joined Edinboro University's chemistry department in 2000. He earned his baccalaureate in chemistry at Addis Ababa University, a master's degree in aeromology at the University of Ghent, and his PhD in organic chemistry at Worcester Polytechnic Institute. Dr. Kebede served as a UNCF Park Davis postdoctoral fellow at the Johns Hopkins University. In addition to his record of scholarship, he was Edinboro University's Researcher of the Year in 2006. Dr. Kebede is the author and editor of a number of technical training manuals produced for the benefit of Edinboro University's chemistry students. He dedicated the majority of a sabbatical in 2018 to the production of such student-centered materials. Reflecting on his teaching style, Dr. Kebede notes, quote, "An educator should be as aware as possible that we are different types of learners. Often we are presenting something very new to students, and our expectations should be realistic. One measure to see if an educator is successful is if the students have become lifelong learners with the ability to teach oneself. They should be given space and time to become participants in the educational process, close quote. According to Chemistry Department Chair Dr. Janet Rogers, Dr. Kebede, quote, strives to provide a stress-free learning environment by providing students unlimited time to complete exams and lab work, close quote. Dr. Kebede, in the words of one of his students, has dedicated himself to helping those enrolled in his classes navigate a curriculum, quote, that often has the propensity to weed out students. Dr. Kebede, in short, is the model of a student-centered teacher and mentor. Please join me in congratulating and thanking Dr. Naud Kebede. Our next award is for Scholar of the Year, and I ask Dr. Mary Panacea Cardin to come forward. Dr. Mary Panacea Cardin joined Edinboro University in 2002 and is the current chair of the Department of English and Philosophy. She earned a PhD and a master's degree in English from the State University of New York at Binghamton. She was awarded a baccalaureate in speech communication and English writing from the State University of New York at Geneseo. Already Edinboro University's Scholar of the Year in 2010, Dr. Cardin is, to date, the author of 3 books, 13 refereed journal articles, 5 book chapters, 7 book reviews, and 6 entries in scholarly reference works. She has presented over 36 times at national and international conferences. Her most recent book, Women Writers of the Beat Era, Autobiography and Intertextuality, the first single-authored study of the female writers of the Beat generation, was published in 2018 by University of Virginia Press. During the last 5 years, Dr. Cardin has published journal articles on the American writers Louis Erdrich, Joanne Kiger, and William Faulkner. This year, she presented a paper on Kaukalia Yang's The Late Homecomer as part of a panel on narrating disaster at the Modern Language Association's annual convention. She will be contributing a chapter on women's creative nonfiction in Beat literature courses for the forthcoming book, Teaching Beat Generation Writers. Dr. Cardin's scholarship, which addresses topics such as the 9/11 attacks, American notions of self-determination, and social and legal definitions of race, touches on subtle and charged issues that Edinboro University students consider and encounter every day. Dr. Cardin observes, quote, since I am almost always engaged in research that illuminates intersections of gender, ethnicity, race, and modes of narrative expression, my thinking about American authors and texts is always evolving, close quote. Dr. Cardin's scholarship demonstrates to her students and colleagues the continuing vitality and relevance of American literature to their lives. Please join me in congratulating and thanking Dr. Mary Panacea Cardin. Our final faculty award is for Advisor of the Year, and I ask Professor Diane Crandall to come forward. Professor Diane Crandall is in her 30th year as a member of the Art Department at Edinboro University, having joined the faculty in 1989. She earned a Master of Fine Arts in Graphic Design from Kent State University in 1993 and a Bachelor of Fine Arts from Edinboro University in 1981. Professor Crandall has a long record of thoughtful service to Edinboro University students. She has been the Art, Living, and Learning Community Faculty Advisor since 2012 and the Graphic Design Club Faculty Advisor for 9 years. She's invited world-renowned graphic designers to campus to speak to students, led students to visit acclaimed design firms regionally, nationally, and internationally, and has been an active leader in advisor training. It is not surprising that Professor Crandall acknowledges that, quote, out of all my faculty responsibilities, advising is one of my favorites. My advising philosophy is based on 4 principles: accessibility, knowledge, connection, and compassion, close quote. Art Department Chair William Matthey states, quote, in all ways, Professor Crandall is a model advisor who goes well beyond the standard efforts of her peers. She helps students at every stage of their association with Edinboro University, close quote. Student Hannah Lee Flynn concurs with Professor Matthew, saying, quote, in more ways than scheduling, Diane is always a champion for her students. She's there not only for their academic needs, like scheduling and tutoring and finding upperclassmen willing to help lower course students, but she also looks out for the students' well-being socially. Diane is known to be planning events constantly, close quote. Professor Crandall also mentors by example through her professional work, having volunteered her time and professional skills to design numerous logos for Edinboro University and local nonprofit organizations, and assisting and advising students who do the same. Please join me in congratulating and thanking Professor Diane Crandall. At this time, I ask the department chairpersons and all other faculty who have joined us here this afternoon to stand. All of us here thank you for your expertise and professional commitment to preparing our students to meet the opportunities and challenges of the future. Thank you. As our program comes to a close, I wish to thank the members of the Academic Honors Convocation Committee for their hard work and dedication in planning and implementing this ceremony. Their names are listed in the program. Thank you to Edinboro University Pipes and Drums, directed by Mr. Sean Regan. Members of the Highland Ambassadors, a student service organization, also assisted us this afternoon, and we thank them. Finally, to each and every student, thank you. You represent our very best, and you demonstrate that our combined efforts as an academic community have been successful. On behalf of Interim President Michael Hannon, the trustees, the faculty, and the staff of Edinboro University, we wish you the greatest continuing success and fulfillment. And congratulations once again. If you would, please remain seated for the recessional until the dais party and the remainder of this procession have exited. Have a wonderful afternoon.